collect some SiteScope metrics into COSO. So our starting point, we have two apps being monitored by SiteScope. We have a full integration with OBM, agent and everything. And in our Vertica table, monitoring for SiteScope has nothing at the moment. And I do have the tags prepared. So basically you create a tag named COSO, explain what it does, and that's about it. So first thing first, we are going to deploy our SiteScope monitoring policy management pack basically for the COSO data forwarding. Okay, and now the flash issue is gone, and we're going to SiteScope metric streaming. We go to SiteScope metric streaming once more, and we are going to deploy our policy to the SiteScope server. Now we need to specify the value over here, and the value needs to be copied from infrastructure services over here. So let's see, COSO, do we have something along those lines? Yes. And we need to the data receiver endpoint. Basically, we copy this. And let's verify that this is something that we can use. Yes, it is. And we go back to our policy. It's always handy to have it in advance, or, create a template of the policy with the default value. Same thing. And we are going and deploying it on SiteScope. All right. So now we will connect to our SiteScope server. And this is a one-time thing. So basically, once we get it set up, there is no need to do anything else. So we're connecting to our SiteScope server. We're opening CMD. Come on, CMD open. We go and go OVCert, update, trusted. Why? Because the OVCert needs to get the certificates for the receiver, not just the agent itself. So we do just this. So let's see, OV policy list. What do we have? We have quite a few of those, but we have something specifically intended for SiteScope. And there we go, streaming config file. It is enabled. Now, in some versions, we need to reboot our SiteScope server before it takes place, but we are going to give it a try regardless. So we go to SiteScope and we want to perform a full search and replace. So we're going to do global search and replace. So we would just add the COSO tag to everything that we have. And where is it? There we go. So we go to group, to monitor, and URL Unix resources. Next, replace. Let's see if we got it here. All right, and we go to search filter tags, and we say, you know what? Put a COSO tag on everything. Okay, which is it's not much, but still, it's something. Okay, and here are those changes. So let's see what's going on. We have your AOS up here and resources. And when we look at their properties, this is a very minimalistic example, I know. We will go and actually we will have the search filter. COSO is enabled. Same thing would happen over here. So now what we need to do, we need to wait. And we need to see if we get new data within a minute or two. Let me check our scheduling over here. So it runs the monitor every 10 minutes. No, we're going to do it every 1 minute. And we're going to do verify and save. Yes. And for the app, we're going to do exactly the same thing. Monitor run settings. We're going to say frequency, check every minute, verify and save. There we go. So now we wait until we see if there is data here in 1 minute or not. If not, we will probably need to restart the SiteScope server as a one-time thing, so it would catch on those settings. So it seems there is a missing parameter, a hidden parameter in the policy, which says we'll collect the data every 5 minutes, which is completely fine. We don't want SiteScope to have every little thing submitted to COSO immediately when it gets it. There is other tools to get what we want. So we need to wait the full 5 minutes, and we're going to skip just to that section. Okay, it's been several minutes and we still don't have the SiteScope data. So I guess we need to restart our SiteScope service. Let's do just that. Net start. You know what, let's not do it with net command because it does just don't remember the syntax. Net use, okay, doesn't matter. Too much Linux recently. So we'll go to services or to start line, doesn't really matter. We'll go and we'll do our SiteScope service restart. That's it. Now we should let it load itself. In a couple of minutes, we'll see the result. And there we go. So the restart is necessary for the first time, of course. And there we have our SiteScope data. And of course, this data later goes into agentless reports and aggregation once every hour or so. And that concludes our SiteScope COSO.